And then we can just go live when anybody tells us they can see us.
Yeah. And wait for someone to say the bum bums.
Got the bum bums again, guys.
Oh, what's weird is it keeps cutting out when you're not talking. It goes low because it's suppressing it.
See, I think we just went live now.
I think so.
We're just gonna keep doing this, guys. We could turn off our cameras and do this.
Yeah, basically.
That's what we'll do from now on. We'll start this with our cameras off. We'll do this.
Yeah.
When the song's over, cameras come on, and I can change the settings. You guys are going to see all this behind the scenes thing. This is what's happening. We're figuring it out live.
Okay, Blair just said we live.
Okay, now we can. All right. Well, let's get to a good part in the song. We know you guys missed the bum bums. Why is that door open? Okay, here we go. I think. Boom. Oh, that's the end of the song. Welcome to Shush Shush Secret Time. Oh, what? That makes the fact that you never turned that off completely worth it.
Worth it. This was the slowest burn on a gag ever, guys.
Oh, that was awesome.
Goodness, that was amazing. I don't know if I could ever replicate even the hand movement that got me there.
The timing on that was absolutely perfect.
Oh, that was perfection. Welcome to Shush Shush, guys. We got the bum bums back. You know, have we ever tried screen sharing our music before? Because I think
we have. The problem is once I plug my microphone in, I can't hear anything that happens in this computer. So that's why we can't really do that.
That's right. I was like, there's a reason, but I don't remember what it was. Yeah. I wonder if I could do that. I don't know. Anyways, welcome to Shush Shush Secret Time. This is a live stream that you all know exactly what's going on. I'm going to guess that every 10 of you I'm looking at right now know what's going on here.
11 concurrent viewers.
11 concurrent views. You all know what's happening right now. We're going to talk about our week that just happened, the month that's already over, that's coming up. August is done.
The upcoming over month.
It's over. It's over. But before we get going, we want to say hi. So if you're out there in the chat, here is that time that we all say hi, and Natalie says your handle so that we know who we're talking to. Do not be shy. Tara, don't take that on. Once you do, Natalie will never take it back. Oh, yeah, the music.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, all right, guys, sound off and say hi. Who's out there? I want to know who we're talking to today.
Hello, David Faith, or should I say hello? Live chat did it. Thank you. And I appreciate that. Bums, Unitless Constant says it was literally, that's why we were late, was because I was sending it to my phone.
The bums.
Bum bums. Hi, Unitless Constance. Hello, Shannon and Wes. Sometimes our lives have to be completely shaken up, changed, and rearranged to relocate us to the place we are meant to be. It's very profound for this Monday. It's a mantra Monday. There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Blair, I'm sitting in Yorkdale Mall in Toronto for this one. Well, your neighbors will be like, who the heck are those chicks?
Right? No, turn it and go, hey, follow them.
La la la. Justin, let's get the show on the road. We'll get the show on the road when we get the show on the road, Justin.
We feel like it.
Yeah, when we feel like it. Ed Keaton, hello, happy Monday. Desiree Gonzalez, hey-oh. Ben Raythick, happy Monday to you as well. I'm scrolling. James, howdy, howdy, howdy. James is no longer Sovereign Bear. He has decided to release his identity.
We're so proud of you for coming out
as a bear, as not a bear, as a James.
As a James.
You can identify as a James if you want to.
Yes, absolutely.
Alex Doherty, hello. Hi. Toby, hi. Mom, hi.
Hi, Mom.
And I think I reached the bottom, so I have to stop. I'm gonna close my door because it came open, and that just will not bode well for this live stream.
Yeah, because
so Tara was complimenting my shirt earlier, and I said, "Oh, it's it's a jumper.
Jumper.
This is part of my line of clothing for selling candles. This is this is woman who sells candles. But teacup candles, not ones that have essential oils and stuff.
No,
Like I need you, like there's a very specific, this is
very
what she
different
looks like.
character that we're playing. You got to dress for the job that you want, and Natalie wanted the job of woman selling teacup, and it's been successful. This is why she sold 100
I
candles.
made this
She
candles, yes.
dressed for the job she wanted. It's
Yeah.
first, that's the first step in having a successful business.
It's your outfit.
Your outfit.
100%.
First and foremost, what is your outfit? Oh my God. I was
I
thinking about
seriously look like a strawberry.
I was I was
There's
thinking about the fact that
flowers.
this time going to the film festival, again, well, I'm not with anything. Like you're with the festival. When we're going to Gig Harbor Film Festival later in September, I'm no longer like with the thing. I'm with the festival. So now I like my wardrobe. Usually our wardrobe is very like dependent on what the project we're working on, or I dress for the job I'm going as. So I've gone to film festivals as a producer, and that's a very different wardrobe than I would as an actor. But now I'm a personality, and I'm like I had a little tailspin of like, what am I gonna wear? Like I kind of landed on the idea of like, and I'm like, I know we should probably chit chat about it more, but I was like, well, why don't I just wear like cute, like short cocktail party dresses the entire time? Because I like wearing them,
Uh-huh.
and they look nice. So I can
Well,
go.
we're still gonna do the hats thing.
Yeah,
So
no,
the contrast of the hats and whatever.
that'd be
But we
fun.
kind of did it in Gig Harbor. We were there as, I mean, in Dubuque, we were there as personalities.
That's true. That's true. Like I don't think I have thought about it as much now because I'm putting all my red carpets stuffs in storage. I have to think ahead now. It's a whole consideration I have to do. So
Yeah.
and I was having a little tailspin. I'm like, what am I gonna? Who am I at this festival? Who am I? That determines what dresses I'm going to wear. Like
The door won't stay closed.
and that's not okay in your house. There's too many people there for you to be leaving a door open willy-nilly. That's
Yeah.
inviting potentially 11 people in to sing harmonizing happy birthday. You can't have that.
Tara and I are on the phone the other day having a not serious conversation, but it was a venting about something work-wise. And and oh, and my sign saying I'm filming, I could just hear it turn off because they got the doors open and wind is coming through. Okay, anyway. So Shari comes in, Justin's mother comes in, and she's like, can we all sing? And she's got Chris, Justin's brother, on the phone. She's like, can we sing happy birthday? And Justin's like, Natalie's on the phone. Like I'm in the corner of the room, just like da da da, And so I didn't even say anything to Tara. I just put the phone down and start singing from across the room, not even thinking that, not even thinking about Tara will figure it out.
In 2 seconds I figured out what was happening. I was like, oh, someone in the family's having a birthday. Got it.
Oh, and just random happy birthdays.
Yeah. It happens. It's to be noted when you got that many people in a
The
family.
world is very dangerous for us right now, just so you know. The sign is not on the door, and the door is partially open. And Justin's not here. Justin, hurry home.
We were playing fast and loose with this live stream right now, guys.
Anything could happen.
We're doing whatever we want. Oh my gosh. Weird effects are happening, new special effects. Bums. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, let's do a little bit of business time. Who saw the sketch last week? Did everyone get to see that yet? Because I wanna hear your thoughts and feelings on a sketch that was literally inspired through a live stream. So
hold on. Totally off topic.
Go.
Blair said bring tacos because of that time Justin barged in and goes, I have tacos.
That's right. Oh my God. That was so funny. He just hands you tacos and you're just like,
tacos.
Thank you.
The most professional live stream on the internet.
Yeah, we're it, guys. We're the height of professionalism. The tech is solid as we play music off of our phones.
Yeah.
Solid, guys. We are your inspiration for the week that you can do it too.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
Okay, back to if Alexa were a man.
Just had a giant spider. Welcome, Donna Diva. Yes. All right. So, who saw the sketch? Did you see it?
I did. I saw it.
Did you see it? I saw it.
I
really enjoyed it. I thought it was brilliant.
It's my directorial debut, guys.
Officially. You've directed before, just not as directorially.
Ah,
Yeah, Natalie was our director, like purely the director on this one. Editing was fun. Brandon was our Alex. He's our voice of Alex. Thank you so much to Brandon Hulsberger.
yeah.
Yeah, if you saw it, let us know. I want to know your thoughts and feelings because this came out of a conversation with you guys that we had. This idea of if oh, that's right, I named him something
Yeah.
else. If Alexa were a man. So thank you guys so much. We got 2 more coming up. We are off this week. No episode this week. Next week we'll have a new one coming out for you.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah,
Okay.
I hope it is because I haven't started yet. I was starting tonight. Yes, that is true. The next one is on the 16th, and then we're off the week
Are
of
there that many launch days in August, or we decided we were just doing every other?
every other, every
Oh,
other.
because we had said we were going to fill August. Okay, then I
Yeah,
was on the wrong page. Okay,
yeah.
let me turn the page to the right page. Got it. Okay.
Pretty sure.
Insert Foley
And
sound effect.
if that wasn't the plan, then it's the plan now.
It is now the plan.
Now,
Good, because I thought I was behind.
no, you are doing great. You're doing perfect. I'm gonna
This is actually why we do shush shush, is so Tara and I can figure out what the F is going on in our lives.
I
You
mean,
guys just get to be privy to that
yeah,
happening.
we do have technically 1 weekly meeting, but I think technically we have 2 weekly meetings, and now Monday's becoming more of a show because we're like, wait, what are we doing?
What's happening in our world?
What's happening? Okay, so yeah, it's a no episode coming out next week will be the second episode of Alexa Were a Man.
Yeah.
We're gonna be filming this week. Not this week. Oh
I
my
was
God.
like, do not, do not.
In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks.
Is my mom leaving?
We're
Hi,
gonna
mom.
Nellie and I are going to be on location filming in Idlewild. So the shoot actually starts on August. I almost said May because I don't know what year I'm in. August 18th, we're going to start filming a short film called May I Put You on Hold with our director, one of our favorite directors, Ash Blaget. Ash Blaget.
Nice. That's how I say it.
Yes.
That's how I, Alex Trebek, pronounce that.
So much fancier. Who also directed Good Grief. She directed an episode of Join the Union from like 8 billion years ago. We've known Ash for like most of our lives now at this point. So that's going to be going down. And I we may need to miss a live stream in there because of it. Because we have rehearsal.
Yeah, I was thinking, we haven't discussed it yet, but I was thinking we could
Yeah.
even maybe just do it later in the day.
Okay. So that's also important news. Business
Or a
time
different day. Or whatever. I don't know.
the one of our live streams that are coming up, we're gonna be together. So
Yeah, that's the reason I'd like to like just maybe change when we do it versus like miss it entirely because we're actually in the same room. So
exactly. Yeah, so we'll chat we're gonna have a little meeting aside and figure out what we want to do about the August 19th live stream, which is in 2 weeks. That's in
Ash is texting me about right now about
Ash, we're live streaming right now. Why don't you just come into the chat and talk to Natalie through the chat?
I will get back to you about these costume things you want to order at this very moment. And there's a time restriction on them. Okay. Like
She was texting me last night and I was at the bar and I texted her, I was like, okay, I'll handle it when I get done bartending. And she's like, oh wait, you're bartending. Yeah, her brain's in full tilt production mode now.
yeah.
Now that we're the next thing on her to-do list and not something at LinkedIn. Oh, anyway, so that's the big business time for this month, the big overall what's going on. Do you
know when she thinks when she wants to have it done by?
No, I don't.
Okay, just curious.
I haven't talked about post at all.
Yeah.
At all. I haven't even thought about it. Like,
She might have had some deadline in mind. She does so
Yeah.
much of it herself
yeah, uh-huh.
that
Yeah.
sometimes that means it has no deadline. And sometimes that means no, I have a very strong deadline.
Hard. Yeah. Idlewild, 120 degrees. It's gonna be warm. I just ordered like 30 personal air fans that go on you to like keep everyone cool, and this like special fabric neck thing to go around your neck to like keep everyone cold because it's gonna be very warm. I don't know how this keeps happening. We keep having shoots together with Ash when it's really hot. And we gotta have
Um, because it's August.
yeah, because
Don't film in August.
we're gonna have a conversation with Ash about the dates that we keep picking for shoots. Like we gotta start. Originally, we were supposed to film this thing in like I think it was May or something originally, but the
I don't
dates
know.
kept getting moved because of her day job. It's 100 here. That's rude, Ben. You guys already had like freezing temperatures. You shouldn't then also have to deal with really hot temperatures. Like that's not okay. There's
That
gotta be
means,
okay.
I'm going to film in negative whatever, and I'm going to film in 120.
Yeah, that's your.
We're gonna
I'm
have to do the trick. You put panty liners in the armpits of your costumes,
yeah, yeah,
so you don't
definitely
sweat through them.
figured as much, especially with the sweater and the yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at least for you, we won't be able to see it
Mhm.
because you have the sweater on. It makes you warmer, but like you won't
Yeah,
get sweat
but you won't
through
see
on
it.
that.
Yeah.
And for Katie, same thing. For me, no.
Yeah.
For me, that's what I'm gonna have to do mine. And then for Sam, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, Natalie's wearing this really well, you talk about the costume. You know more what's going on with it. You're wearing an amazing.
Did she show it to you? Did I
No,
show it to
I
you?
haven't seen anything of it yet. No.
Oh,
Only seen like what little bits you've shown me. Because
yeah, we
she
got a dress made from this place called Heart My Closet. And they do vintage. I mean, I don't know if ever they were doing some real heavy push, but on on social media advertising, but it might also been my search. So I don't know if
mm,
anybody else has seen them, but they're retro dresses that are inspired, and there's a whole section that they have that are inspired by different shows. So they have the dress from they have they have a lot of Mad Men dresses, and then they have a lot of celebrity inspired dresses, but they're all retro. Anyway, there's a bunch of them, but we got one. But the thing is, they have like swatches and you can get them all made in the colors you need. And Ash had a very specific vision of these pastels, and finding something vintage and then pastels was just becoming very, very difficult. And we ended up getting this in the lavender. So I have this lavender wiggle dress that has this great little. The only thing I
so
don't like about it, because it has this little tie on the neck, I don't like the clasp that they have. I had to replace that. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, and then everybody else has been coming together. We've had a little bit of snags. We had to switch our a buddy character was supposed to be 70s, but we were just running up against it with finding something that read 70s in the moment, right? And we're switching to it's still actually 70s. It's just late 60s, early 70s. It's just different. We're going kind of boho hippie,
mhm.
bohemian. You don't say boho when you're talking about it. Actually, it's
Yeah.
bohemian.
Yeah, I think boho is like
Is
a
like the
different,
modern version of it.
yeah, a different kind of
Yeah,
bohemian thing. Yeah.
yeah. So bohemian instead of that 70s show. Anyway,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
so it's all coming together. But Ash wants to do a photo shoot this week and needs to send shirts to get there by Thursday. So we need to take care of that
So
probably within the hour.
the second this live stream, in other words, the second this live stream is done, we're gonna go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and hope that where is Sam? Where does he live? Do you know?
East Coast. Somewhere on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But
don't
I'm
know.
wondering if it's a big enough city, it's not a problem. If it's
Right.
like here, it takes an extra day for things to get here.
Yeah, I think it's a bigger city. I want to say
Okay.
he's in like a like
Like
not
Chicago or something.
not quite as big as Chicago, but one of the biggers, like a
Okay, cool, cool,
Minneapolis kind of
cool,
situation.
cool.
I feel like that's what I remember, but I don't. Who knows what's in my head and what if that's real or if I'm in a wrong timeline.
Hold on.
I
I'm
think
gonna reply to her and tell her I'm in my live stream. In live stream.
why don't you just join us in the chat, Ash?
Reply at what time? At what time is it gonna be there? At noon? At
Yeah,
11.
no, 11 here, 11 here. Yeah,
All
hilarious.
right.
Yes, there we are. We're yeah, so both of us are in full tilt. Like Natalie just got done. Do you have any? Did you want to talk about your shoot? I don't know. Sometimes we can't talk about shoots because of bloody blah stuff in
Oh
the.
yeah. Oh, I have I clotheslined myself on a light pole, on like a C stand. You know how you put the lights held on this side, but there's the counterweight on this side. We
Huh?
didn't have it flagged. I mean, it was, and we knew we didn't like. there
Yeah.
was a couple times where I was like, I had stopped two other people from running into it, and we still didn't do anything about it
Yeah.
because we were just in the middle of filming. And
Yeah.
then I went to walk inside, and I just clotheslined myself. And this is like,
Oh my
luckily, it didn't like bruise up. It doesn't actually even hurt because I
God.
took most of the impact,
Okay.
but I have a little scratch, and I keep forgetting it. And I'm like, what's on my forehead? Oh, it's a
Between
scratch.
11s. Yeah.
And then I flagged it after that. No, actually, somebody else did because I went inside. But I had to pretend like I had to do like a pratfall at the end there too, which was I knew I did, but I had no idea how we were planning on doing it. And
Yeah.
suddenly it's like, oh, here we are, me doing this
Falling. Yeah.
pratfall. I can do it. Um,
I'm
it was
trained.
good. It went really well. Really small crew. So
Mhm.
this guy's first well, it's not his first feature film. It's his first feature film that he's actually put like money and effort into, like that kind of thing, like kind of the difference between we call our sketches and short films. It's like
Yeah.
how
Okay.
much, so it's the first feature film. Everything else was something he had, some project he had worked on.
Yeah.
Um,
Certain level of acceptable blah blah. And
yeah,
then
and it's a super small crew, but also super efficient somehow. You're
yeah.
like
All right.
something about the nimbleness of it,
Yeah.
uh, and then I only like, messed up really bad twice. There was just one monologue and all I had was monologues. Like
Uh,
my character speaks in monologues.
brutal. Brutal. That's hard.
But there was one of them where it was kind of like a list of grievances,
Yeah.
and like they were I didn't realize until too late that it was a list. Like
Mhm.
I couldn't figure out how to join them together, and I didn't memorize them as a list. If I had memorized them as a list, I would have been, like there's tricks to that.
Yeah.
And so I was just having trouble getting what comes next, what comes next. And it was like, here's a thought, here's a thought, here's a thought, here's a different thought, here's a different thought, here's a different thought, like, and
Yeah.
I was not, and so we came, production comes to a screeching halt at one point in time because I can't get these lines out of my
You're having
mouth.
this, yeah, the
But
shifts.
yeah, but it was the last day of filming, and we were so far ahead of schedule. For the
Oh,
last day of filming for me,
yeah.
we were so far ahead of schedule that it didn't really, no stress. Everybody's like, nope, just take your time. Do you need to go look at it? Do you want to run it a couple times? And I'm like, because there's that point where they're like, and Spencer, the director, was like, if you just need to say it in whatever order it comes out, that's fine too. And I was like, we're not at that. We're at I can't remember what possibly comes next, not like what order they come in.
It's just something happens sometimes. Your brain just like, well, it's like me and the
Mhm.
stupid, like, it's because I was trying to eat cereal, but like when we were filming, If Alexa Was a Man, like, I had the dialogue in my head. I knew that this was going to be a tricky spot. But once I put a bowl of cereal in my hands and a spoon, I kept like, look, I'm so sorry now. Like, I can't remember what comes next. Like, I just,
Yeah,
and it's not like this is hard. This is not hard dialogue at all. But like, this means I can no longer,
my brain no worky no more.
no wordy coming to mindy.
Yeah.
Like, the place where like,
Anyway, but other than that, it ended up going. It went really well. Yeah, I
good.
mean, we'll see. You never know how a project's going to turn out. They had 4 more days of filming after I was gone. All of my stuff took place in the same location, so it all got filmed at the same time.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
Yeah, and so while it's not like it was still a good sized part. It was only 3 days of the 9 days of filming because we did it all
Yeah.
at one time.
Yeah. That's what's so funny about filming is like, you could have a really sizable role, but still not that many days on set, just because depending on where your scenes take place.
Justin was telling me that Jaws, and I don't know how exact this is. I mean, but
Don't trust
Justin's
it.
telling, yeah, he sometimes just says numbers, whether they're the real numbers or not, just to make the point.
Yeah.
But that on the set of Jaws, they only had, and I can't remember the guy's name now, the nails down the chalkboard guy,
Oh, uh-huh.
what the actor's name is. Anyway, they only had him on set for 3 days.
Hmm.
And that it was, and you just like, he's got such a giant part, you think, but then
Yeah.
you go, oh no, everything he does is in that meeting or on
Uh-huh.
the boat.
Yeah.
And like, there's so much screen time, but it is only in that meeting and on the boat. So you film it all at the exact same
Yeah.
time, you know?
Yeah. You could be a tiny role, but because you're somehow a part of everything, somehow, like you wind up being on set the full 20 days it takes to film or
So
whatever.
I had heard with The Office,
Hmm.
because so many of them were writers that were also in they were writers on the show, but they were, had little smaller
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
And because it was such an ensemble cast, that's the only reason that all of their desks were in the other room, so that they could leave and go right. Like they were in the ancillary room that
Oh,
was on set, as opposed to that main room. And that was the dividing factor,
I
was the
love
writers were all in there. That's
yeah.
how they divided them, so that they could, when they were shooting the, different directions, they could all leave
Go off and go
and
right.
not have reactions to whatever was happening, and not,
Yeah.
like, I
Oh,
was like, oh, that's really
that's
interesting.
fun. I love that. I'm gonna go look at the list now and be like, oh, yep, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Oscar should be over there because he has to write. That's right.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Mindy was in there, like all those people that had like smaller. I mean, and it's
yeah,
not that they had any. They were on set every time, and they're not. They're smaller parts compared to like five of the
yeah,
characters,
twice.
But like,
Yeah.
they had to have an extra office space instead of one giant office, so that they could
Yeah.
leave,
Oh my
because
God.
otherwise they would have to react to everything and have to be in every scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I've been watching. So I got really obsessed with Ghost. It's become the American version. It's just been my like comfort show while some like craziness in my personal life has been going on. So it's like the thing I watch every night. It's like my new Frasier. I used to watch Frasier every night. Now it's Ghost. So I just like yesterday or the day before started watching the British version of it, and like it's not as good. And
Not
like
at all.
but like it really isn't. But like there's elements of it that I enjoy, and I think if I had seen it first and didn't know the American one existed, I would be like, this is so fun because the concept is so good.
Yeah.
But it's been a really fun lesson in like, oh, they were really smart to take these characteristics of these characters, combine them, and make this character. Oh, it's really good that they dropped this character because that character doesn't really work. Oh,
Right.
it the traits like how they
How it evolved.
and you kind of had to even more so than The Office because the haunted house takes place in America, the ghosts are going to be different because you're not going to have a Native American ghost.
Right. Yeah.
We're not going to have a caveman. We're going to have a Native American. Like it just makes sense. Oh, and it's so fun in that respect too. Like the different kinds of ghosts that we have versus them because our history is
Yeah.
different. Like you could take that concept and put it in another city entirely, like another place or another
Yeah.
country. Like I'm so curious to see what other kind of ghosts you would come up with based on the history of like where that house is. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
that comes to mind, but it's not very helpful. But if you did like Australia, like you'd have the prison ghost that was shipped over from, you know what I mean? Like it would
Yeah.
just you'd have an Aboriginal instead of a caveman. Yeah,
Right.
UK one isn't. It's just not as like tight.
Yeah.
UK one's a little more
They had a
elusive.
good concept. I didn't think their execution was very good
Yeah,
on that
yeah,
one.
it's not. Yeah, they definitely the American one definitely took it, and
I didn't. We watched like 3 episodes and gave up on
yeah,
it.
I'm almost done with it. I'm just well, it's been on the background as well. Like I'm not really paying total attention to, which probably means I'm enjoying it more because I'm not really like really watching it. I'm just kind of
Yeah.
watching it while I clean and do
And when
dishes.
something exciting happens, you turn and you get to see it. Yeah.
Then I turn and take a look at it. Yeah,
Yeah.
or I hear a character doing something that's familiar.
Oh yeah. This moment. Oh, I remember that moment. Yeah.
Remember this? I want to watch this part and like learn how they took this concept and like what made it better. Because I have heard that from so many people that the UK one truly isn't as good.
I really liked Ghost. There was one issue I had with, I mean, the American version. There was
Yeah.
one issue I had with it, is it got very structurally repetitive for me.
Yes.
Like
It
it is
does.
like, we say this thing, this guy has a line, this guy has a line, this guy has a line. And it's like, we say this thing, this guy has a funny, this guy has a
Yeah.
funny, this guy has a funny. And I was just like, okay, yeah, we know what the three jokes are gonna, and you, after a while, you kind of know what the three jokes are gonna be.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
It
don't think
does.
we actually watched the last season of Ghosts.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
we made it through. How many are there?
There's like three
Three?
seasons. Two of the seasons have 20 episodes, and
Yeah,
like
we
the
watched
10.
two, and I don't think we made it through three. We kind of
Yeah.
like it, not that we hated it or anything, it just wasn't as good anymore. It's like kind
We
of got,
lose interest.
okay, this is that same joke, same, it's the reason I don't like the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
It's like everything is bum 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 bum. It's like, I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna tell you three things. I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna yell.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I hooked into it because it's so repetitive that it's
Yeah.
got that like comfort repetition. Because sometimes that
Mhm.
like that's why people like watching NCIS is because we all know how this is gonna go. Like we
Yeah.
all know, and like oh, there's the twist. Like, but
Well,
it's like comforting to people because of that repetition. Like,
we were talking because there's the new hospital comedy that's coming out by the same people who did Parks and Rec and everything.
okay.
And I don't remember what it's called. It's like
Yeah.
St. Daniel's Hospital or something like that. And I was like, and it's really just exactly the same formula, but
Mhm.
in a hospital. So it's
Yeah.
like you took Parks and Rec, you took Office, you took Community or
Yeah.
whatever the ones that these writers did, and then you just did it. Now it's in a hospital, and I'm like, you know what? I'm totally okay with that. You have a thing that works, and you
Yeah.
ran out of things to do in the office. You ran out of things to do at a park. You ran out of things to do at a school. You were like,
Now
let's
what
just
happens
we'll do
here?
it next. We'll do a bar, and
Yeah.
and I was like, no, I have no problem with that. Like, take the thing that works. There's obviously still an audience for it.
Right.
Um, let's keep keep it going.
Yeah, it's become
Um,
its own like a single camera is like it is of itself as its own version of a television show in the same way that like sitcom. You got reality, fake reality. Like it's its own thing now. Like people like it enough that we're gonna make many of them. Go, do the thing. By the way, did anyone else notice that Nelly and Tara subscriber number hit? I did 19 point.
I think we're gonna, if things go as planned, God willing, and a creek doesn't
A
rise
literal
and
river doesn't
flood
rise and flood my town.
then we should hit 20,000
Yes.
this month.
This is this is
By Christmas, so it should be this month actually.
yeah, this month. Yeah, we've both been because we've so much has been happening and there's so much happening off screen, like in our personal lives, just a lot happening that we've been just pulling back and bandwidth
Hey,
monitoring.
Debbie.
And we've both been really amazed by the fact that the channel is still chugging forward
So,
despite how spread thin Natalie and I both are.
we definitely haven't been able to put the same level of effort, but the effort we have put in the past is
Mhm.
still paying off somehow. So
Yes. Yeah.
that's
It's nice.
pretty cool.
Made a lot. And yeah, whenever I tell somebody, like they're like, "What else do you do?" Oh, I got a YouTube channel, cha cha cha, and they're like, "Oh yeah, how many episodes you got?" I was like,
Yeah.
100? At this point, like I've been doing it for 8 years, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, we have a lot of content," and I forget how much content because we started so long ago, and the pandemic makes everything from the before times just kind of a weird memory.
Right? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I mean, comparing our lives then versus our lives now, it's really,
it's wildly different.
yeah. I mean, that's what's supposed to happen,
I
kind of.
guess. Yeah,
Like,
I guess. Yeah, like it's just I don't know what time. Oh my God, I keep telling myself every time bad things happen, like, and I'm not saying like bad things are happening and like my car is breaking down or anything, but like in the news something happens and I just keep going, I'm in the best timeline. I'm in the best timeline. I'm in the best timeline. Like I'm trying to will the news to be better. Stop giving me bad news, CBS or wherever. I'm in the best timeline. I'm in the
but
best
it's still going to be bad news. That's the thing. If
timeline.
you don't have bad news, I bring this up every time someone's like, oh, we're not, no one fighting and no war. And I'm like, did anyone watch Firefly? You know what
Yeah.
people do? They lay down and die. Like, there's no will to survive if there's no conflict. Like,
Well, the thing is, it's not like we've ever lived in a world of peace and plenty and calm. It's always been
that's
chaos.
not nature.
Yeah,
Animals don't live in peace, calm. Like, that is just not how nature
how it
works. There
goes.
will always be conflicts.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
We'll
the
always be
level
on
of conflicts is different. So,
yeah.
but in some other universe or some other timeline, there's Reavers. Okay. So we are in the best possible timeline. All right.
Well, and we're just all, the thing is, we're just all so much more aware of the conflict of everybody's plot line,
Yeah.
not just your own town's plot line. You're aware of the plot line in Bangladesh right now, and that's why it seems like there's
So, like,
always
even
bad
when
things
things are
happening.
calm in your own little world, like
Yeah,
nothing's going on in Cedar City.
right.
But the chaos of the world is so overwhelming. And I'm like, what is that doing to my day to day life?
Yeah, if I was not connected to the world in the way that I am through my phone, I wouldn't know like 90% of the things that are happening. I would read it in a newspaper and it would be so distant from me because I'm reading it in print that I would still go on my day and go, collect eggs and milk a cow. I almost said milk a chicken, and like
Right.
that would be
You
proof that my
probably would
farm
try.
didn't go well. My farm did not succeed, friends.
Can't milk a chicken. Blair says Natalie creating conflict about people wanting no conflict. Look, you and I took very different lessons away from Firefly.
Oh my God. There was that one afternoon in 1952. Correct, Shannon. And they've been trying to get back to that
Trying
one
to
afternoon
replicate that.
ever since. The boomers have been trying to get back to that one afternoon. I hear nothing but about that afternoon. Oh my God. All right. I didn't pay
I
attention.
have notes for today.
Oh, go your notes. We didn't talk about notes at all. We just chit-chatted. Go.
Bum bums.
Excellent. Well done.
That was my note from last week.
Yeah. Okay.
I did a comment of the week
Okay. That's what I was trying to lead into without
putting me on the spot,
wow.
without having to make me say, no, I didn't do it, Tara.
Yes. I was trying to get there, but like in a way. Yes. I don't want to give them a code because then they'll know, and then that's the same thing.
We should do a remote episode that is us trying to telepathy. Like let's do
the beginning of Ghostbusters and see how well we'll do.
There's that game that people are playing. I'm working here. I'm efforting. There's that game that people are playing where they say a word. They each try to say a word at the same time. Have you seen this?
No,
Like,
but it sounds like a
so they both try to say the same word at the same time, but
Yeah.
then off of the words you both said is the next word you say.
Oh,
So like, so you're trying to like get to the same place.
Yeah.
Like, so if we both just said a word and you said mushrooms and I said sun, we
Okay.
go, okay.
Oh,
Then I would say
photosynthesis.
yes.
Yeah.
And you said photosynthesis. Okay, yeah. And so we're trying to get closer and closer and closer together. You're like, okay. And I would say shade. I mean, like, so you just keep like, where did your brain go off of the two words? Anyway, I think it's kind of an interesting thing.
That's fun. I like that. That's fun. Hard to do Zoom because I didn't catch your word.
Right. Well, also, yeah. And then
I
think the timing on it would probably be a little bit off.
That's awesome.
All right, let me find where I have to even look. Beginning at the beginning. Yes, first things. Oh, here we go. Daniel Taylor 5231, which I don't know why when they show me this way, it doesn't do your handles that you've picked. It does your emails now. So I know anyway. Okay, this was on If Alexa Were a Man. It says, I can't wait to see how Alex leaves the toilet seat up.
I saw that one. That was on my face too.
I laughed out loud when I saw that one. I was like, oh yeah, we didn't do that. That would have been really fun.
Yeah.
Try to figure out though.
I mean, we have talked about doing more.
We have talked about doing more. Oh, speaking about, I have 2 song parodies.
Okay. Shoot.
One of them both of them I think I've already kind of talked to you about, but I really want to do this, and this is on my list.
Oh,
like, yeah. I just film that myself because more verses come up. It's almost a whole song now.
Okay.
Like I haven't written any of it down, but as I'm like, it's like, well, I can't go out tonight, like, and so because
I'm face on this one, so just film it, and that way you're the face of. So this is how we do this, guys. We kind of balance out whose face on these sketches is seen more often. Yeah, do it.
And then the other one that I really want to try, like more lines have started to come in my head. There's always like one line, and then it's like goes, oh, I've got this other song parody, but there's no structure to it. And it's not until like one day it starts playing in my head and like other lines pop up. Yeah. But that one of that's To Staying Alive, that's you can tell you can tell, what is it? Well, you can tell by the way I part my hair. I'm a millennial and I just don't care.
Yeah.
Well, you can have yours, like, and it's like baggy jeans, like all these things that are like, what are the fashion things of now? And it's like the socks, like how I'm wearing my no see socks for the rest of my life. And you can have your little crew socks, and it's like, I'm not going back to skinny jeans. Like it's not, I'm not going back to low rise jeans. It's not happening. Like all these things. But at the end of the staying alive part is because I'm 39. I'm 39.
I love it. I'm in.
So I have to write that, but I think we need visually in my head, we need 3 women.
Okay.
We need three women strutting down the street
Yeah.
for this, and they each have their own little verse about whatever fashion
Right.
sense
Yeah.
thing it is.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So we figure out
So,
who our third is.
although
Okay.
I guess I should figure out what the song is and figure out if there are three women. I mean, three
Right.
verses. Because if there's only two, then that screws everything up. And it
Well,
needs to be the
if
verse.
you've already got the list one kind of close, and that's gonna be faster to accomplish. This is also how this works. That's faster to accomplish because it is easier to film just you, and then I can
Yeah.
do the editing for you. Like, I don't know. I'm liking this idea of doing a song parody next
Yeah,
after.
I'll do the list one. That one, I have to write them both,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Well,
it really
we
is one of
can.
those that sometimes they just write themselves once I sit down.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to know my process,
Yes.
I take the original lyrics and I put them in a column. And then in the other column, I start to just fill in what, okay, what can go here? What, like what beats, and I'll like just put a line here where it's because sometimes it's just one line, wearing mom jeans and I just don't care. So
Mhm.
wearing mom jeans and just don't care. Now I have to figure out how to get
How to
to
get
that
there?
sentence through the rest of it. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's the process of the song parody writing.
Uh,
After I've randomly misheard a lyric, is how
yeah.
it all starts. Yeah.
6 minute warning to joke corner. 6 minute warning. They're calling it David time. Kills it on the
Shush, David time. Shush, David time.
David time. David time.
Except oh, he's here. I was like, David keeps leaving before the end, and then
I
we're
know.
jokeless.
Yeah, and then we're jokeless. Bonus points for your Olympic jokes. If there
Did
are
we not
any.
do that last week?
Did we do that last week?
We can still do it again.
I can't
I think
remember.
that's what you did last week. Let's just keep it going. More
More
Olympic
Olympic
jokes.
jokes.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Well,
well.
we can do track and field jokes specifically.
Track and
That's what's on the
field.
television right now.
All right.
Have you watched any of the Olympics?
I've only watched like clips, I've seen
Did
the
you see
things
the
about.
photo finish yesterday?
No.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what is
Okay.
that, the 100 meter? It's one of those, sprints. Um, and it ended up being four people like photo finish. They had to like, and it was by, 100th of a second that America won. Noah Lyle,
That's
I think is his
wild.
name. But it was also pretty amazing because he came from behind, which in 100 meter to come from behind
Yeah.
is insane. Like we were watching this and I'm like, how do you have that extra gear? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can already be running your fastest. And I
Mhm.
understand in the long ones where you're like, you got some in the tank, you reserved a little bit, but, or you just pushed a little bit harder because you've been pacing yourself. But in a sprint,
Oh my
it's
God.
supposed to be
Yeah.
everything you got right away. All
Jump.
you and so how do you have extra? Like, why? How is there a second? You're like you had to warm up to get there. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Wild. Wild. Yeah. I've only seen like the memes, the controversies, and a couple of clips. Like that's
There's a
been.
lot of controversies, which we will not get into these
Nope.
controversies. What
Not
I
getting.
will say is about them is that they feel kind of forced. And we
Mm,
can have a conversation about that. They feel like setups almost. There's
yeah.
something weird about like information being withheld and then given out. And
Mhm.
it's like after the outrage has already started, it feels a little like forced.
55. Ugh.
Yeah, there's something sus.
This goes in the newspaper that I read on my farm. Well, I go milk my chickens. Like,
Right.
interesting news about the Olympics. Well, I'm gonna go milk a chicken now.
You know what I was noting this morning, and I don't know what this says about like social mood or what it says about the mood towards the Olympics, maybe. I don't know. There
Mhm.
haven't been any of those tearjerker commercials this year.
Oh,
There's
interesting.
always those commercials where it's like,
Yeah,
thanks, mom. And you're like, by
yeah,
the end of it, you're crying. And like,
yeah.
and I haven't seen a single one. The closest one they have, and I have no idea what it's even for, is one where they're telling the kids to give up. It's really like, I'm not, so it's not exactly what it is. But
I don't think that's the commercial, but okay.
it kind of is though. Like, this commercial's message is not a bad message. It's a
Okay.
weird message for during the Olympics. So
Okay.
it has three different kids like working their tails off, but not happy, obviously. And then the parents driving away from practice and going like, maybe it's time to take a break. Or maybe, I can just tell you're doing it for me type of
Mhm.
thing. And
Yeah.
then at the end, you always see one of them. You don't see all of them in each one of the kids starting a new sport and being happy. And then the tag on it is like, never give up on finding what makes you happy. And I'm like, this is not a bad sports message. It's just a really weird message for the Olympics. Like the Olympics, I guarantee you, none of these kids, this is their second choice. Like this is,
Yeah,
you start. I mean,
yeah.
there is a woman who just won the biking who didn't started like 7 years ago. Like,
That's
so
cool.
there is that. But I mean, it is like it's just such a weird moment for that message. Like that's just not how we normally message in the Olympics. But
Yeah, yeah.
and then all the other ones have been very specific to the person's journey versus like the team behind you. Like I don't know. So I was like, there's just something social.
Some
And then
social tips.
and then I was like, well, maybe it's also who's advertising. Like I don't remember seeing a Coca-Cola commercial. And the Coca-Cola commercials are one that normally, but right now I don't think I've seen a Coca-Cola commercial during the Olympics.
It's
So are these brands not thinking it's worth spending their money? Like I don't
yeah.
know. There's something there and I don't have the hours to investigate.
No, well, that's the thing. The world is like the whole entire media, commercials, our industry entirely machine is just in a weird place
Yeah,
anyways.
something's off.
Like I was hearing 2 minute warning. I was hearing and I don't know how accurate I am. Guys, listen, I've been way more invested in my window ledges than anything else right now. But something that did cross my desk, and no, I didn't read it thoroughly, was that because of the way streaming services are and because people get their media, they get entertained in so many different ways now. Like you've got your TikTok, you've got your apps, you've got your
Yeah.
Instagram. Like some people are watching YouTube more than they're watching television than they're watching that the studios and the TV creators and stuff, like we get all of our money through advertisement. Like that's always been the thing that's fed the beast of entertainment, is that we're getting it from Coca-Cola, essentially, like buying an ad for the TV show, and that's what gives the money to the TV show to make it happen. But now nobody knows where to market to people because people are everywhere. And so no
Yeah.
one knows where to make content for because no one knows what to do anymore because we're all spread out in so many different directions. Like capturing
Yeah.
eyeballs different than it ever has been.
And and there's so many subsets. Like I was talking about, we always refer to like the way social media works as like your echo chamber.
Yeah.
And but we're always talking about it with politics.
Mhm.
Um, but it is in everything, like culturally, like our echo chamber all watches the same Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
outside of that bubble, people aren't necessarily watching Game of
Yeah.
Thrones. Like, and it was just a really, it's, we're so compartmentalized right now as audience bases.
The TikTok,
Um,
TikTok is like probably one of the best metaphors and examples of how the echo chamber works, because like
yeah,
I get into the echo chamber of calligraphy and I'm like, man, calligraphy is really hot
really
right
popular
now.
right now, and I'm not seeing
No,
any calligraphy.
no,
Yeah,
no, it's not. It's popular for you, Tara.
yeah,
Like, not for anybody else. And it's really hot in calligraphy to do this thing right now. Like, no, just for you
yeah,
because you're obsessed with fonts. Like, that's it. Like, and even in like small degrees, oh, it's time to go. But even in, I'm gonna finish my thought. And even in small degrees of like just in that day, it'll change tomorrow because the algorithm is so fine tuned in TikTok that like for the day, calligraphy is hot. And then I won't see anything about calligraphy for like 3 weeks. Anyways, let's do joke corner, guys. Joke corners where you guys go get the jokes from the internet, come back, and you tell them to us, and we read them, and we enjoy the last 10 minutes with a big old hearty laugh. I'm not reading your joke, it's not personal. It's because the bots are very intense and they don't like certain words. So change your threes to E's. That's the way to get through the system. All right, guys, I'm gonna teach you how to break the rules. All right, here we go. Bonus points for jokes about track and field today. Desiree Gonzalez. What do you call it when a javelin thrower has a great sense of humor?
I don't know.
A sharp wit.
I was like
Point.
pointed humor.
Yeah, pointed. Desiree, why did the track and field athlete bring a ruler to practice?
I don't know.
He wanted to measure his strides in style.
Okay.
Release the David, says Blair. Joe, you should put joke in front of them to make sure I saw that, Blair. Ed, what country is the fastest?
Russian.
Iran.
Oh, well,
Good.
they're
That's good. I think Iran and Russian will give each other a run for the money.
well, yes.
Desiree, what did the long jumpers say to their coach?
I don't know.
I really need to work on my takeoff. It's just a leap of faith right now.
Uh, Evidently, I don't know enough about track and field to get the puns. I I
Feel like
picked the wrong
I
subject.
picked the wrong sport. Why don't track and field athletes ever get lost?
They have a great sense of direction.
Yeah, there's also like lines on the track that help you
Yeah.
from getting lost. They always find their way with their pole vault.
I don't think I get that.
I don't get that. I love
Who
when
is
you and
that?
I love when you and I both don't get something and we just go quiet for a second. Like, does the other one get it?
Trying to work it out. Trying to,
I'm trying to suss through those details.
yeah.
Uh,
I wonder if it has something to do like a North Pole. Like the poles, where you're directionally.
yeah, learn how to. Oh, I'm reading the wrong. They always find their way with their pole vault.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that.
don't know.
Why did they discuss? Nope. Why did the discus thrower go to medical school?
Okay. Okay. I have no idea.
Because he wanted to learn how to properly diagnose spinitis.
Spinitis. I know. They were just wedging that. Where that one was wedged.
Oh, what's the difference between Superman and Justin Wheeler?
Is this Justin?
No, this is Shannon West.
Interesting. Well, I've seen one without a hat. Um,
That would be Superman.
that's my answer.
Superman has supervision. Justin needs supervision.
Supervision.
Oh my God, so good, Shannon West. I think I'm gonna call it right now. Next week I want your Justin Wheeler jokes. Go out to the internet and find Justin Wheeler jokes.
Oh no.
Remind me that I said this because I think it'd be hilarious to get a bunch of jokes like that. Desiree Gonzalez, what did the sprinter say to his shoes before the race?
Better get your shit together. Put your soul into it.
That's good. I like that.
I don't know. What does he say?
I'm counting on you to toe the line.
That is before the race. Very important.
Very, very important.
Stay in your lane.
Toe the line. Stay in your lane. Why, Desiree, why do track and field athletes make great detectives?
Why do track and field athletes end up making great detectives?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Because they're always on the run and know how to hurdle obstacles.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what that has to do with being a detective,
I think they would make a great
criminal.
criminal. A great cat burglar would be, yeah. Mm-hmm. Why did the high jumper always take a break at the coffee shop?
Because the high jumper to her leaps, beans. I don't know.
Because they need a latte height.
A latte height.
Latte
Okay.
height. Oh, Ben, I tried to be Olympic with the shot put. Apparently, you don't do it with big steel balls instead of Jack Daniels. I tried to be Olympic with the shot put. Got it. Okay, shot. Apparently you do it with big steel balls, not Jack Daniels. Got it. Got there. I got there. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
All the crappy reading I just did. Why do shot putters make great comedians?
I don't have any idea whatsoever.
Because they always have a good throw line.
Okay.
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 I did shot put, by the way, when I was in
Did you?
when I was in junior high, I did track and field, and I only did it so I could get better at tennis because tennis was my main sport. And I did hurdles and I did this shot put because I wanted to build up this muscle. And then I never went to compete. They were always mad at me like, why aren't you gonna go compete? I'm like, because I'm not doing it for this. I just want to I just want to be forced to run every day. I used to love running. Now not so much.
Hmm.
What did the Russian female Olympian say when she won gold? Justin.
Yay.
Nothing. All Russians are biologically male. That face.
We were just talking about this, how
You were
remember when we were
just.
younger, like that was a huge controversy that they were, and they got caught. They were sending males to compete in those.
Really? Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
My knowledge of Olympics, whatever. I just never. I'll watch the parts that I care about, and then I don't. I don't pay attention to anything.
Oh my God, there's way too many Olympic sports at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm lost.
Table tennis and like I understand like these old school things like shot put. I'm like, sure, yes, I think that should be in there. But like, I'm not sure about breakdancing, table tennis, 3x3 basketball. Half court basketball isn't even a real thing. It's what we do when we warm up for real basketball. So why
Yeah.
is half court basketball an Olympics?
Yeah, why have we denoted that as the? Huh, interesting. Not my chair. This is in the. I'm gonna go back to milking my chicken. Why do javelin throwers make great comedians? Oh, no,
Wait,
Brett,
do
that.
that.
Wait, no.
It's a
Okay,
different
different answer.
because they're pointy.
Because they always know how to throw a joke and make it stick.
Ah,
Ah, I like that.
ah.
Shannon's gonna miss next week's joke corner, just in very
Well, then we
important.
can't do the Justin one without her.
Yeah, we need her. So
Yeah.
we're gonna
So
we're
we'll
gonna
postpone Justin joke corner.
postpone it for when Shannon can be here. It's very important. Desiree, why don't track and field athletes ever get into trouble?
Because they're fast and no one can catch them in the act of doing something wrong because they're really fast.
Because they always stay in their lanes. All right, I'm gonna
Because
do
they don't get in trouble. That's actually a really good way not to get in trouble. Not getting caught. Just stay in your lane and don't. Okay.
stay
Yeah.
in your lane. All right, one more, then we're gonna go because Nelly has work to do. Why was the pole vaulter so good at telling jokes? It's different.
Because he was always raising the bar.
Yes, there you go. You got one.
I got one.
You got one. Woo! Track and field was successful.
Wait,
All
Tara,
right.
do this. Oh, I want to. I don't know what you did, Jazz.
What did I do? I can't ever replicate things when I want to do it. It doesn't
Oh, Bill.
like it does what it wants to do when it wants to do what it wants to do.
Lame.
Like what am I anyways, we're gonna end this. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys next week. Reminder, there's no episode this week. That's all I got to report to you. I was like, do I have anything else to say? Oh, and I'm so sorry to pick a month's over, guys, but don't worry, it's coming again next year. It's gonna happen and it's gonna be epic.
It'll
Sorry.
be before you know it.
I'll be back before you know it. All right, guys, see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Ba-dum.